Hello and welcome to Tech Watch, a monthly video news program produced by eSchool News. I'm Dennis Pierce.
This eSchool News Report is brought to you by CCC, Video on Demand from New Dimension Media. The best core curriculum content, the latest technology, the new leader in video on demand. Visit us at ndmccc.com.
Across the country, education advocates have voiced a need to better prepare today's students for the demands of tomorrow's workforce. Though there seems to be a consensus around the need for change, the question of how to achieve these reforms has become a topic of debate in Washington, where policymakers on both sides of the political aisle continue to bicker over the best recipe for success. In our next segment, eSchool News senior editor Corey Murray sat down with Congressman Major Owens to talk about the challenges facing the nation's schools in the 21st century. Owens, whose more than 2 decades of service on Capitol Hill have earned him the nickname the Education Congressman, talked about the importance of technology and the need for reform, and he also explained why he believes the federal No Child Left Behind Act is preventing teachers from reaching their full potential.
While many in Congress have offered up plans to improve education, few have dedicated more time to the issue than Congressman Major Owens. Representing New York's 11th District, Owens has dedicated more than 2 decades of civil service to promoting educational reforms. In October, I sat down with the Congressman in his Washington office to talk about the challenges facing schools in the 21st century. If America is to maintain its competitive edge, Owens said, the need for change in our schools is stronger than ever, and it starts right here in Washington.
You have to have more federal aid. The federal government stands to profit the most from an educated population. To do the things that the nation must be done, we need an educated population, and that is an area where we can get involved without threatening local control of schools in terms of policies. My philosophy is that the federal government should be paying 25% of the total education bill, at least 25%. We don't have to go as far as Denmark and Norway and Great Britain and a number of European countries where the central government is totally just about in control of the education system and the budget, etc. I'm not sure that's the best way. I don't recommend that. But I think that we should go from our present less than 10% of the total education budget to about 25%, and we can do it without threatening local control if we put the emphasis on school facilities, plant, and equipment, technology.
Before that commitment can be made, however, Owens says educators and policymakers alike need to re-examine the policies that govern education in this country. He said federal programs such as the No Child Left Behind Act, the landmark law which requires schools to demonstrate student achievement through standardized testing, are dissuading educators from pursuing more innovative approaches.
There is a problem, I think, in some schools that the pressure to perform on tests is so great that teachers are unwilling to be innovative. They're scared to try to make use of technology. There are a number of ways you can use technology that would help improve the scores greatly. But that pressure, I'm not in favor of No Child Left Behind's emphasis on testing because it has created a situation where teachers, I think, become less creative and more robotic. They're looking for the formula that guarantees that the test will be passed.
After more than 2 decades on Capitol Hill, Owens said, nothing is ever easy.
One of the confusions and one of the great frustrations that I've experienced is that you have so many advocates and so many people who deem education a priority until I don't understand why we can't get more done. You know, I don't understand why people lay down so quickly when the president decides that he's going to make these cuts and they go after the education budget. Now, we know that it is not that he hates education or hates healthcare or so forth. It is that the emphasis is on defense and the emphasis on the war in Iraq. And they're trying to save money. They want to save it everywhere they can. So every particular committee, and every discipline, every program has to rally the fight for itself. We don't get enough resistance from all the people who continually say that education is the highest priority.
As Americans get ready to head to the polls later this month, Owens said, much could change if the Democrats manage to take control of Congress in 2007.
Well, there will be a change for sure, because I think the Republicans have been willing to just tread water and do the minimum. My hope is that Democrats have learned. You cannot just be for education. We're going to have to do some things which tackle the bigger problems.
From Washington, this is Corey Murray.
That's it for this edition of Tech Watch. Be sure to tune in next month when we'll have an exclusive interview with entrepreneur, author, and inventor Ray Kurzweil, whom Forbes magazine called the rightful heir to Thomas Edison. A true technology visionary, Kurzweil discusses what he believes the future holds for education. Reporting for eSchool News, I'm Dennis Pierce.
CCC by New Dimension Media, the new leader in video on demand. For information, please visit our website at ndmccc.com or call 1-800-633-5633.